It is a Christmas Day dub for the Dallas Cowboys. Welcome in for the first word presented by Dr. Pepper alongside Nate Newton and Isaiah Stanback. Happy holidays, everybody. I'm Kyle Yeomans. The Cowboys get the win 30-23 over the Washington Commanders in Week 17 of the NFL season, and they keep their hopes alive to end the season on a high note and possibly get back to 500. They currently sit at 7-8-1. Gentlemen, this was a dominant performance from the Dallas offense. Early, late, the defense made the stops necessary to win the football game. So we've talked a lot about complementary football or lack thereof around this Brian Schottenheimer team in 2025. Isaiah, it was kind of nice today to see a little bit of that complementary football. When one unit wasn't stepping up, the other one was.
No, it was awesome to see. I mean, obviously, we felt confident about this offense all year long, and these guys just got back on the tracks. Dak Prescott had a solid day. The running game got going. That was something that was consistent. He was able to distribute the ball everywhere you want it. Control the time of possession, 38 minutes time of possession. And I know everybody wants to talk about the fourth down conversion rate. You don't want to be in fourth down, but if you have to be on fourth down, you want to make sure you go 100% on it, and that's exactly what they did today.
It was just a good day. I mean, these two guys over here, they don't want to see Dak, but I would like to see Dak for the fans' sake. Everybody played well. Malik Davis came. I had a super day. Jake Ferguson got into the end zone. So my Christmas was complete, good. Isaiah. Yes, it was.
So you got to see Dak. You got to see Jake Ferguson find the end zone. You got to see defense did their job. It wasn't an incredible game from the defense, but you allowed 23 points. You held them to multiple field goals. You didn't allow for the big chunk play with the exception of the 72-yarder to Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt.
Yep.
So outside of that, what did you think about the defense and how they performed in this one?
I still don't think it was great. I honestly don't. I mean,
why is that?
I still think the coverage was too soft. I think oftentimes you're looking out there and they were having easy passes that they were able to complete. I think that, missed tackles were a thing again. I think the lack of physicality was also a thing. I think you had some guys who obviously stepped up and made plays. I think that Jadeveon Clowney had a solid day. Obviously, you expect that from that veteran player, but when you start talking about the secondary and linebackers all the way up to the secondary, I just feel as if it's inconsistent play and that the style of defense that we are playing is relatively soft. It doesn't allow for our corners to go up and be aggressive, but that might be because they don't feel confident in their ability to go up there and actually play somebody man-to-man.
Quinny was back. Quinny Williams was back, and he felt his presence, like you say. Clowney is playing he's a mercenary. He's trying to get that next contract, so he played well today. This defense is what we thought it was from training camp. We added Quinny Williams, we added a linebacker, and it's still not enough. This team is building. I mean, you don't want to say it. This is a total rebuild. And the coach is in his first year. I'm patient. A lot of Dallas Cowboy fans are not. Fans, you feel the way you feel. You pay the prices to make sure we're all here and healthy, but it is what it is as far as our defense goes.
Do you feel like which one did you want to see more from in this game, the Dallas defense or the Dallas Cowboys offensive line? Which one do you feel like did not live up to the expectation against a team like Washington that's now lost 10 of their last 11 games?
I wanted to see the defense step up in some regards. I think that the offensive line, where you are weak, you're able to easily identify those areas where you're weak at. And I think in the terms of the defense, there's a lot more culprits that are out there versus the O-line, right? You have 5 O-linemen. You have a number of injuries up there. You have probably one position that I would say of need that you need to upgrade, barring everybody else is healthy. But defensively, the secondary, I'm looking towards these younger corners. I'm looking towards Diggs. I'm looking to see, okay, what are these guys going to provide that is going to contribute to the success of the defense? And I'm just not seeing it. I want to see it. I'm looking at the film. I'm watching it, obviously from 30,000 feet view, but I'm just not seeing how the individuals that we currently have are making an impact on the game. And when I mean impact, I don't mean running the plays. I mean actually affecting the game in a positive way that other people that could possibly be on the roster could not do.
I'm looking for our defensive line. I want to see a dominant performance with Quinny, with Olsen and Clark. I want you to take over a game. Clowney, you played with it, but I want our front end to just always be a presence, because if you're going to be a better team next year, if you're going to build to something special, you're going to have the front 7, the linebackers, y'all have to come on and be a dominant team. That way, the guys that we have on the back end, and I understand what you're saying, the soft coverages, but we have inexperienced guys back there not taking up for them. It's just the fact we have inexperienced guys. We have third teamers that shouldn't even be out there on the field trying to perform. So that puts it all up front. to be able to do your job, and the linebackers, you got to join into this party because that has been a sore spot too. We don't, we criticize the secondary, but our linebackers don't do an amazing job in covering either or in tackling. So all we have is a front four, a front seven, and we have to depend on that. And you guys have to know that we depend on that.
Cowboys still get the win, 30-23. So I want to end on a high note here on the first word. This is an evaluation era for the Cowboys. These final 2 weeks of the regular season, even last week, if you want to count it. What was the biggest positive you took away from the Cowboys' 7-point win?
Running the ball.
Okay.
I would say running the ball. I think offensively, when you think about the obviously 6 for 6 on 4th down, that's an awesome statistic to have, but that means that you didn't do well on 3rd down. So that I look at that obviously from a different angle. I'm glad they were able to convert on that and keep the drives going. Ultimately, your goal is to move the chains, regardless if that comes in your traditional 3-down setting or if it comes in a 4-down setting. They did a good job of moving the chains, possessing the ball, having long, sustained drives. So offensively, you did a good job there, but I'm more impressed about the offensive line because it doesn't matter, and I've been a big advocate of this. Kyle knows this. Every running back, I would imagine, in this NFL, in the pro league, the highest level of competition, can tote the rock. Every running back is a good running back. It comes down to, can you pass protect, and can you make somebody miss? Do you have exceptional speed, or do you fumble? Those are the attributes that people are looking at as the key separators in terms of being a running back. So when most guys can do well as long as they have blocking, what you see right now is it doesn't matter who's in the backfield for the Dallas Cowboys. Today, they were able to run the ball. It doesn't matter if it was Davis. It doesn't matter if it was Javonte. It didn't matter if it was Hunter Lipke. All those guys were able to have success on the ground because of what was going on in front of them with the offensive line.
I agree with you 100%, but what we're looking at here is we're looking at our left all-pro guard moving out to our left tackle in Tyler Smith. Then you got T.J. Bass at your left guard. That's not good at this point in the game because now we have guys that we have drafted, Tyler Guyton. We have Steele on the other side. We have Nate Thomas. These guys are either hurt the majority of the time or not doing the job. We cannot go into next year with this look. One of these guys of these 3 tackles has to show up because if we got to move our left tackle out there, and this is a look for him, Tyler Guyton, it says a lot for him, but what does that say about the rest of our offensive line? We have to pick it up as offensive line. You had a tremendous day. You block well, but this is what we're going to take into next year. Everybody's been evaluated. If Tyler Guyton can continue to do what he's doing, that's our left tackle, y'all.
You're talking about Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith. That's our left tackle. What happens to Tyler Guyton? What happened to Nate Thomas? What happened to Steele? We can take these 3 guys and put them on the other side, let them battle over there and find us a swing tackle. Boy, it's a lot of work got to be done with the Cowboys. Yeah. That's what it showed me today.
And I think that work is starting now. Yeah. I think it's starting through these last 3 weeks of the regular season, this being the second one. Now they got one more left to play. But at least the positive side of this, they did get the win, and they did end a 3-game losing streak in the process. Final stats brought to you by Miller Lite. Take a look at that. 480 yards of total offense, 211 on the ground, one of the highest rushing totals that Dallas has had this season. Couple guys celebrating on Netflix after the game as well. How about this? Dak Prescott, Kevontae Turpin with the playmaker Michael Irvin eating the steak. That tomahawk probably tastes nice and juicy at this point in time after getting the win. Cowboys win it 30-23. That does it for the first word presented by Dr. Pepper.